Well, hello and welcome again to Edison Light Globes video. I'm Phil Greenwood, and today I thought we'd continue with the idea of different types of globes and what they're for and sizes. And today we're going to show you a range of globes that are all 185mm long tube globes. So these tube globes are designed, well, initially they were designed with our tube cages in mind. So these would be a decorative type cage fitting on our light globes. So the first one we're going to show you is a standard incandescent. Now this is a 25 watt, 1800K, 185mm long, 28mm diameter, E27 240 volt dimmable incandescent tube bulb. Yes, that's a mouthful. No, I'm not going to do it. So this is the very first globe we did. This obviously is designed to fit the tube cage like that. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's not very bright. It's purely decorative. Provides a little bit of light, but really is a decorative effect globe. So we can turn this up a little bit brighter, a bit darker, but it's not very bright at all. So a pure decorative globe. Now, a very common globe, and we use that a lot. There is a version of that globe that I'll show you, which is basically the same, a little bit wider in diameter. I think it's 30, I can't see without my glasses on, a little bit wider. But this one also has a very dirty look to it. It's sort of like an amber glow. You'll see it there on the iPhone. This is actually very dirty. Smoky. So yeah, we'll try and turn it on. I've got a sneaking suspicion some of these globes don't work very well and it might pop. There you go. Very similar, just a slightly bigger globe. Still fits in the tube cage. But there you go. So that's a variation. Again, 1800K, probably a little bit warmer with the amber on it. Doesn't look a lot different when it's turned on, but 25 watts, although I think this is a 40 watt globe. We've got a few 40 watt globes left that we're not supposed to sell, but there you go. There's a couple of bit of old stock. Now the third one, again, another incandescent globe. This one a bit more decorative, 25 watts. 25 watts, 1800K, and this is a spiral incandescent. So this is, again, hot wire, incandescent, dimmable by any means. Any dimmer will work. So a central tight spiral around a what do they call it? A central pillar. Now, what a lot of these globes that we see being manufactured in spirals, when they get this long, the spiral ends up quite wide. What we've done is create a very tight spiral. Now, what we've found is the tight spiral seems to be a little bit more rigid, a little bit more robust, and it's less likely to get damaged in transit, and obviously lasts a bit longer in the fittings. So that's why we made this with so many spirals. A little bit more expensive to make it that way, but we think it's a better globe as a result. Now, the next globe I'm going to show you is an LED. Now, if I had my glasses, I could tell you which one it is. I'm going to start off with the first one, because what I really want to do is show the 2200K standard single filament, single strip in 3 segments LED. So, I think this is 2 watts. This is only 2 watts, 3 single strips, fairly bright for 2 watts. It actually is brighter than, you'll notice, brighter than the 25 watt incandescent by a fair bit, but it is dimmable and so can be turned to off on the dimmer, which is really good for an LED. So again, designed for the cage, fits perfectly. The other one we have that is exactly the same as that, except for the difference between the two of them, and that is we have one for use in a lot of times we're asked for these light fittings with the cages to go into a bathroom, and usually bathrooms, the lights are a little bit cooler because everything's white. So this is, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, this is a 2700K version of that globe. You should be able to see the difference in the colour. So it's a bit whiter. So for bathrooms, for areas where you don't want that vintage warm effect, we've got a 2700K version. Now, the next globe, again, 185mm tube, 28mm diameter. This is a spiral, not a spiral, this is a zigzag. So this globe gives you a little bit more brightness for what it is. It's 2200K, a little bit more light, but it gives you a nice pattern because the zigzag reflects internally. And you'll see, as you turn that around, you can see various little bits of reflection in there, which are really quite nice. And again, dimmable, so it turns to off. Someone's looking at me. What are you saying?
Turn it down a bit so you can see the reflection.
There you go. So you can see the reflection. How's that?
Yeah.
There's better. So you can see the reflection internally, and as you see it on different angles, it changes. But a really good globe for our fittings, and this is a version of that fitting, the cage fitting. You'll see, perfect idea, or the perfect bulb for those types of wall lights that have the cage, because fairly bright and fairly warm, long-lasting LEDs. So you should get 5 years domestically out of an LED like this. Now the last one, we made a globe, and this is after we've been asked a number of times for a globe that will work where you need the maximum amount of light for an LED. Now this is a good explanation. This is 2 rows of strips, so 6 pieces in this fitting. Now this goes to the problem of LED in the strip light era, and that is we can't make the LED strips brighter. All we can do is add more of them. So what we've done here is add 2 rows. It's twice as bright. This is 2700K. I can see the difference now, but you can see that quite a bit brighter than the last. So this is 4. Is it 4 watts? 6. No, I think it's 4. It's on the website. I think it's 4 watts. Could be 6 watts. No, I think it is. It's 6 watts. So it uses 6 watts of power, but its brightness, obviously, it's going to be twice the 2 watt, or 3 times the 2 watt globe. So what? I don't know why it's 6, but anyway, there you go. That is I'll leave that on. That is the brightest tube globe. For fittings that might obscure the globe, there might be a reflector, all that sort of stuff, this will give you a little bit more power. So there we have it. That's all of the current stock of 185 tube globes that we've got. We are developing an LED spiral. I think we've done one for a Japanese market. It's worked out really well, so we will be doing a 240 volt soft spiral filament LED tube globe, which will be decorative. It's probably one of those globes that sort of holds up better to close-up scrutiny, so a nice, perfect spiral, but that'll be coming next. So look out on the website for that one. Now, that's probably all we're going to do today. I want to thank everybody subscribing. Got a few subscribers recently. It is warming up. It's not as cold as it has been. I'm not sure what's happening. I think we've got an early spring. It's no longer as cold as a polar bear's freckle. So hopefully in the next few months things will be looking up. We won't have a virus and it'll get warmer. But for now, thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Thumbs up and give us all the, what do they call it? Likes and dislikes. Comment if you like. We'll see you again next time we do a video about probably light globes. Bye for now.